Good morning, dear students. Today we will be talking about the fourth unit of our syllabus, that is Bar Councils. The whole concept of Bar Council is divided into three parts. The first one is Bar Council of India, the second one is State Bar Council, and the third one is Bar Association of a district. As we all know that the jurisdiction of Bar Council of India is all over the India. The jurisdiction of a state bar council is on the respective state from where it is constituted. The third one is the jurisdiction of district bar association is composite to that district where it has been functioned or it has been framed. So today we will be talking about specifically state bar council. What is a state bar council and how it works, what is its power and function, how its members been selected, the whole concept we will be discussing today. The first one is when a state bar council has composite. In section 3 of your Advocates Act 1961, there should be a bar council of state. There can be one bar council of a state for two different states. For example, Punjab and Haryana has a one state bar council. So there is no requirement that each and every individual states needs separate bar councils. The whole concept of state bar council specifically say, as per section 3, that we need state bar council to govern the advocates of that particular state, to maintain the role of it, to maintain the functionaries of that particular state's advocates or the legal system related to the advocates. So that is the main purpose and main function of that state bar council. We will be talking about how different who is the top or who is the member of state bar council as per section 3. In Delhi specifically, the State Bar Council of Delhi, the Additional Solicitor General of India is an ex officio of that particular bar. The next one is following with Assam, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Manipur and Tripura. The Advocate General of each state is the ex officio of that state. The next one is Bar Council of Punjab and Haryana. Why these three examples? Because these three examples are the composite bar councils. Okay, so Punjab and Haryana is the Advocate General of each state is the ex officio of that state bar council. Rest of the state bar council, the Advocate General of that particular state is also known as is the ex officio of that particular state. So how we select the number of members in the particular bar council, that what should be the maximum and minimum number? There is a ratio given in section 3 itself. It says if it is below 5,000, who is these 5,000? They are the enrolled members of that particular bar. If they are below 5,000, there should be 15 members. If they are below, if they are between 5 to 10,000, there should be number 20. If they are between more than 10,000, the number is 25. So this is the maximum number given as per your section 3. The first one is below 5,000, 15. Between 5 to 10,000, 20, and more than 10,000 electoral member to that bar council, the member should be 25. How they have been selected? As per section 3 only, it said that half of them should have more than 10 years of experience. If it is 20, the electoral roll is between 5 to 10,000 and the member capacity is 20, that means that 10 should have 10 years experience to be the member of that particular bar council. So this is the composition of your bar council. Now after members, we need chairman and vice chairman also for the bar council. How they have been selected? As per subsection 3 clause A, it has said that there should be chairman and vice chairman of that particular bar after the election. There should be a proper election for the selection. Now what should be the disqualification? It is important. How a person can be disqualified being chairman or vice chairman of the bar council. The first logic or first reason is if he has not attended 3 consecutive meetings without a specific reason. If he has not given a sufficient cause and he has missed 3 consecutive meetings, then he may be removed from the office. The second one is if his name is removed from the state roll. If he is not a practicing advocate now for the role, he cannot be the chairman and vice chairman of the bar council. The next one is if he has been disqualified by Bar Council of India itself. If the Bar Council has taken his name, that he is now disqualified or made any rule by that rule, if he is disqualified, the person should be removed from the office. So this is the disqualification given by specifically for removal. The next question which is important is your what are the functionaries. See, functionaries, to know functionaries are very important. It is given in section 6 of your Advocates Act, and I'm reading one by one and I'm explaining it to you one by one. The first one is, which is very much paramount, is admit the person or admit the person as an advocate on its roles. To maintain the register of advocates, to maintain the register of role, is one of the major function of the Bar Council, in which they have to jot down, they have to maintain the register that yes, now your name is on the roll. There are two relevant sections with it, with section 6 clause 1. The sections are section 26A and section 27. What is section 26A is, it says and it empowers the State Bar Council to remove from the state roll the name of the advocate who is dead or from whom a request has been received. See, we have to maintain the register, we have to maintain the roll, but if an advocate made a request that his name should be removed from that roll, that State Bar Council, first, as per 26A, that name has to be removed. Or second, if the advocate is dead and his death certificate is produced to the State Bar Council, then his name too has or should be removed from the State Bar roll. These are two provisions. Second important section is section 27. What section 27 says? Section 27 says that where a State Bar Council has refused the application of any person for admission as an advocate on its roll, no other State Bar Council shall entertain that application. See, disqualification is one of the very important phrase. If one State Bar Council has disqualified an advocate not to take him to the roll, then no other State Bar Council should take that person's application, should entertain, except there is an exception, with the previous consent in writing of the State Bar Council which refused the application and of the Bar Council of India. That means here the consent of the previous Bar Council and Bar Council of India, the letter should have to be produced by the applicant to the new Bar Council that why my application has rejected. So these are two exceptions of this particular section. Now the next one is, this is admission. Now they have to maintain also the rule. How to prepare and maintain such rule, that is the second function of the Bar Council of State. As per section 17 of the Advocates Act, every State Bar Council shall prepare and maintain a roll of advocate. This is a functionary as per section 17. Now section 19 is also relevant for us, which says that it requires the State Bar Council to send copies of rolls of advocates to the BCI. You have to maintain, you have to admit, and you have to even send the copies that these many advocates are enrolled on our roll, and these copies should send it to Bar Council of India. This is in section 19. The next one which is important is to rule make, rule making power is also with the State Bar Council. What kind of rule the State Bar Council can make? What is its authority? It is given from section 6 to 27. What section 6 to 27 of Advocates Act talk about? They talk about the admission, enrollment, and the rules and procedures for the enrollment certificate, what are the condition on which the person should be admitted, all these things. What should be the enrollment fee should be paid. These are the rule making power of a State Bar Council. Every state may have a different fees, so that is also within the boundaries, within the jurisdiction of the State Bar Council. The next one is, which is very paramount, professional misconduct or other misconduct. The State Bar Council has a right to punish the person who has done a certain professional or other misconduct. As per section 35 of the Advocates Act, it gives that where on receipt of a complaint or otherwise, we have discussed that suo motu application also been taken by bar councils. The State Bar Council has a reason to believe that any advocate on its roll has been guilty of professional or other misconduct. It shall refer the case for their disposal to the disciplinary committee. Now the disciplinary committee, how we compose, what can be the role for disciplinary committee, we will see in the later part. Now what kind of punishment the State Bar Council can give, and this is very important. They can dismiss the complaint first if it has found that the advocate is not guilty, is of not any, he has not done any misconduct, then they can dismiss the complaint. Second, they can reprimand the advocate. That's a very important punishment. They can reprimand the advocate, and they can even suspend the advocate from practice for such a period as it may deem fit. They can suspend the advocate for a specific period. So that is the second punishment. The third punishment is remove the name of the advocate from the state bar. That means from that time where his name is been removed, from that second itself, or from that day itself, the person cannot practice in that particular state, and it has a consequential effect on other states admission also, because we have seen that the previous bar council has to give a consent letter. That consent letter, if showed that the person has found for misconduct or other kind of misconduct, it has a negative effect. So this is kind of power which a bar council has. Now what is that disciplinary committee? This is a committee has been appointed by only State Bar Council with what should I say, with the consent of that Advocate General or Solicitor General, which is the ex officio for the particular State Bar Council. A bar council establishes several committee, but section 9 gives them authority to establish a disciplinary committee which shall consist 3 persons, from whom 2 persons shall be elected by the council from their own members, and the other person shall be a co-person by the council from amongst advocates who possesses the qualification given in clause 3 given in section 3 clause 2. That means it is also very good. They have selected 2 members from their own committee and 1 member from the bar itself, so that there will be transparency, there will be equal representation for the advocate who has done or who has been found guilty for the professional misconduct. Now the last work which is important for the State Bar Council is maintain the accounts and etc. As per section 12 of the Advocates provides that every bar council shall cause to be maintained such books of accounts and other books in such form and in such manner may be prescribed. That means what fees they have received, what kind of expenses they are doing, they have to maintain a record of it. They have to maintain proper books for that, and it has been given by section 12. So these are the main functionaries of bar council. There are other functions also, and I read as per section 6. The one is to promote and support law reform. As we know that they conduct seminar, they conduct even different kind of awareness, they publishes journal, they provide legal services. So they have to talk about the legal reforms also. The next one is to provide for the election of its member. We know that every state bar council has election, even every district bar association has election. So that kind of election and environment for the election, the state bar council has to see. The next one is to perform all other functions conferred to them. There are different functions which are conferred to them by the bar council, and they have been asked by the district bar association that you do this for us. That is, they also has to do that kind of functionaries. So that is another work what the state bar councils are performing. The next one is to discharge any other functions which they have been aforesaid mentioned. Those works who are above mentioned, they have to discharge all these kinds of functions. So in this short 15 minutes video, I have briefly talked about State bar councils, I will make another video for the Bar Council of India. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I will be sending this video to you all soon. Thank you so much.